Thyme. Very popular today. It's our friends at Roberta's, and Dev's joining us with a great item, great way to start out the show. This is called the 6-piece Trample Flowering Thyme live plant that's brand spanking new today. So we've had the Trample items on before. What's new with this version?
Well, this year we have the very best collection of the Trample Me Thyme with 6 plants in each collection. What I love most about these plants though, just like the Dynatrap is going to solve the problem of your mosquitoes, this is going to solve the problem of number 1, the mulch.
Yeah.
This is going to reduce the need for mulches in your hot sunny flower beds. And it's also going to smother out the weeds, so it's also solving the problem of the weeds.
Okay, so now, Dev, I love the mulch analogy. I love that story. But therefore, with what I'm getting for 29 bucks, how much coverage am I going to get with this set?
So each of your 6 plants is easily going to cover around 12 to 18 inches around. So one collection will cover around 10 square feet. I like to say a yard of mulch is typically going to cover around 80 square feet.
Yeah.
I'll get about a half a yard of mulch each year. So I'll replace that half a yard of mulch with 4 collections, and then I'll never have to worry about it again.
All of it called Thyme. That's the kind of plant.
Trample Me Thyme.
Trample Me Thyme. So meaning you can step on this.
Exactly.
So not a choice of colors here, right?
It is. It's a choice of colors if you love the red, the purple, the white, or the pink. But best of all, this is an evergreen ground cover that produces thick evergreen foliage all year round. You have these beautiful flowers in the summertime.
How high will they get?
This is about as tall as it'll get, just about 3 inches tall. But what's so great about these, no other flowering ground cover we've ever seen can handle the foot traffic day in and day out. So your kids can run over it with their bicycles, your dogs can run through it, they can do their doing it, and it's still gonna be its best.
I wanna make sure everybody realizes that because I made a mistake and you just corrected that. So you do get a choice of the red.
Yes.
That's one. You're getting 6 of those.
Exactly.
Right? You get a choice of the purple. You're getting flying out of there. Love it.
Yeah.
Popular earlier.
Yep, we got the pink.
Here comes your pink.
And then finally the white.
And classic white.
Exactly.
What are we seeing here?
So what I have in my hand, this is what we're shipping to you guys. 6 plants individually planted. Now I'm just holding one tray. You guys at home, you're smart gardeners. All day long you've been buying 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 of these collections to really make a dent on that mulch bill. I don't know if you've called the mulch guys yet this spring. Please don't, because your jaw will drop at the price, the new price. The 2024 price of mulch is a lot higher than it was last year.
Besides the mulch, what about a hill?
Perfect.
What about a place that you don't want to mow anymore?
Exactly. This is such a low maintenance solution. And you can see I'm standing right on it. It has flowers. It has that evergreen look. It's drought tolerant. It's winter hardy. What other plant can you step on, take a nap on, and it's still going to look its best?
Well, so how long in the season do I get purple? And then what happens when it's not the color purple?
You'll get purple. You'll get those beautiful flowers in purple if you love that purple, for about 4 to 6 weeks. Look how it grows in and amongst that bed of rocks. What other plant can do that? I can only think of one: weeds.
Not right.
You don't want to see weeds in there?
Purple.
Plant this instead.
300 ordered, by the way. Purple flying. You'll love it. Red, purple, white, or pink. All that, getting more than one set. And if you do, you can mix and match the colors like you're doing here.
Absolutely. That's how I do it. I've planted hundreds of these in my garden. I love how they just kind of creep and crawl through all of those nooks and crannies. They fill out all of those void spots. There on the right, you can see in between those boulders, what can you grow? Nothing. Maybe you can lay some mulch. You got to do that every single year. Why not plant this Trample Me Thyme once and for all? There on the right, you can see it just produces this beautiful blanket of lovely colors. And if you want to walk on top of it to go cut some roses from your rose shrub, it doesn't matter.
It's like the perfect plant.
It is.
So you call now, you're getting 6 of these. Again, how much coverage with all 6? If you've got 6, which you're getting, you want one area, how far apart do you plant?
I would plant them around 12 to 18 inches apart.
Okay.
If you're an impatient gardener, 12 inches apart. If you're a more patient gardener, 18 inches apart.
Okay. Plant them?
Yes.
With what you're getting, and then you water them when you get them.
Exactly.
So they're on their way when you get them.
Yep, I just popped one out of the tray. Now this one is going to grow into something that looks like this. We're going to plant this along our borders.
That's the shot.
Along our walkways, in front of our other sun-loving perennials like our lavender or our Atlas roses. The other thing, maybe we got to go prune our roses once in a while. If you step on top of it, it doesn't matter because this can handle that foot traffic.
It won't die.
No other flowering ground cover that I've ever seen can handle foot traffic like that.
Almost 1,000 people are shopping, 5 easy payments of $5.80. Purple's the way to go.
Yep.
When it's not purple, will it always be green?
It's evergreen all year round. Even in my garden right now, my other plants are just getting started. This has been beautifying my garden all winter long. They actually will take on a nice kind of like purplish tone in the wintertime, which is really unique.
And there's no real care, is there?
They're super easy.
Like next year, do I do anything to them?
You don't have to do anything. That's what's so lovely.
Why wouldn't you want this?
Exactly. They're very drought tolerant. So if you live in Nevada or California and you have to plant plants that don't require a lot of water, these are the plants for you.
This guy becomes that guy. How long before this guy becomes that guy? This year.
Exactly, this season.
This one season.
Yep, and if you're a savvy gardener, you can actually take your shovel, you can dig, out of this matured section, dig a hole or dig a chunk out, plant it somewhere else, and then it's going to regrow.
Oh, really?
And you're just creating more plant life for yourself.
Oh, so
for free.
this guy, you can now create.
That's a secret. Shh.
You can now create, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
Take this guy, that then fills in, and now that guy goes over here.
Exactly.
And suddenly your whole yard.
Yes.
What about places that do have a lot of drought and it's tough to even to grow grass?
It's really hard. That's why this has become a favorite in gardens in Arizona.
I was going to say, Arizona,
that are
in LA.
Exactly. They can't grow a lot of these other lush, loving ground covers, but this is a perfect one for those areas. But at the same time, here in Pennsylvania, it's great. In Indiana, Milwaukee, because it's very winter hardy. Hardy down to negative 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So you plant it once, and it is truly investment
gardening.
Totally
goes dormant. No problem, comes back.
It doesn't go dormant.
So technically it doesn't. I was going to say.
No, yes, it remains living and evergreen all year round. That's what we love. Right there, that look right there, that's probably around, I would say, 12 to 15, I would say 15 plants. So maybe get 3 or 4 collections to fill out an area like that.
Got it.
And then you don't have to worry about mulching those areas. In between your other hot sun-loving perennials, you're typically going to put the mulch. That costs a lot of money every single year, and I don't know about you, I don't like breaking my back laying that mulch. I'd rather plant this instead.
Save the money, plant the mulch, get more color, and not have to do it again next year.
More color is what it's all about. That's what brings our emotions up in the garden. That's what brings us joy, seeing that color all year round. And
guess what? Yeah, please.
I was just going to say, that's my Uncle Eric's home in Indiana on the right. The grass was totally dead because it was a hard drought. He planted the thyme in between those stepping stones.
Wow.
The thyme was thriving. He wasn't just hand watering that thyme and not watering the grass. No, he wasn't watering anything. But the thyme was doing well, the grass was dying.
So choices again. Purple, going quickly. Only order of the season. Brand new today. The pink, available. Really light, pretty pink.
Yep.
White, and then you've got the red.
I love that red. It's like a cerise red. Absolutely divine.
What's our guarantee behind the time and everything else?
Yeah, we want to make sure you're happy. When you're happy, so are we. So we're going to assure your satisfaction for perennials like this time for 1 year, annuals and tropicals for 90 days from the time of shipment. So if for any reason you're not satisfied, just give us a call.
400 people on the line. Lots going on in the big grand finale. Some of the best, a couple one-time only values. We have the last look at today's special value, and then at midnight.